And I think after that curveball, just the way Owings took it, I think you got to try to beat him in here with the heater.
1-2. That one is muscled into right field, base hit. And the Diamondbacks come from behind and beat the Giants. A celebration on opening day. 6-5 the final. They beat the new closer with 2 outs and nobody on base. 2 runs later, it's over.
This is amazing. Different year, same story for the San Francisco Giants. You get it to the closer. Yet Mark Melancon, newly acquired, big money invested in him, isn't able to do the job and hold on to the lead.
What a win for the Diamondbacks. Torey Lovullo's got an official big league win as a manager. He got a lot of wins as an interim, but he didn't get credit for any of those. He'll take credit for this one. On a day where it looked like his team might be no hit about halfway through, they ended up with 6 runs on 13 hits, survived the home run barrage by Madison Bumgarner, and walk off with a win against Melancon and the Giants. Amazing.
Might not have been pretty, might not have been the way you drew it up, but the last man standing today, the Diamondbacks.
6-5 the final. Diamondbacks get the win. We got baseball tonight coming up next on ESPN2. Opening night baseball presented by Booking.com tonight, 8:30 Eastern on ESPN. That's the Cubs and the Cardinals with the Sunday night crew there for that one. For Eduardo Perez, for Dallas Braden, I'm Dave Fleming saying so long from Arizona. What a win. Yeah, Chris Owings, the hero. Base hit against Mark Melancon, a 2-run rally in the bottom of the 9th for the Diamondbacks. They walk it off and beat the Giants 6-5.
Welcome to St. Louis as we go coast to coast with our opening day coverage, the Arch, and of course Busch Stadium, where they know a thing or two about postseason World Series 2011 to last. But tonight, the Clydesdales and Cardinal Nation welcome the defending World Series champion and their fans. A lot of blue mixed amongst the red, the Chicago Cubs. And there is the most powerful man and leader in the world. And he's with Theo Epstein. I mean, no, that's wrong. Theo is the great leader. I thought Joe Madden was the leader. Baseball tonight presented by Booking.com. 2 great leaders there, and boy, what a phenomenal end to that game. I mean, the Giants pay Mark Melancon all that money. They blew 30 games last year, and that happened. Mark Teixeira and Tim Kirchin here alongside our newest Baseball Tonight analyst, and delighted to have him here. Boy, the balloon just popped on the Giants.
Yeah, we were talking about what a great game for the Giants. You know, Bumgarner hits 2 home runs. You got your new closer, game's over. And then baseball happens.
Are you kidding?
So we say this all the time. Every time you go to a major league game, you might see something that you've never seen before. Today, we see a pitcher, for the first time ever, hit 2 homers on opening day, and then it finishes like that. Welcome back, baseball.
Yeah, it's good to have baseball back. We're delighted to be here. Buster Olney is going to join us in just 1 second as we get set to start the 2017 season. Baseball tonight here leading into this Cubs and Cardinals game. And boy, have the roles been reversed here. I mean, it's the Cardinals with the 11 World Series titles, and now it's the Cubs who the Cardinals are chasing.
You know, we're talking about the Cubs right now building a dynasty. It's not just getting over the hump, you know, the Billy Goat in the 108 years.
All gone.
You have a chance to build a dynasty here. That's exciting for the Cubs.
Right, and absolutely no hangover that I could tell from spring training with the Cubs, because Joe Madden is the absolute best at sending the right message and getting everybody ready. Pressure is a privilege for them. They love it.
Right. Hangover, good movie, by the way. And you know a thing or two about dynasties. You played with a franchise known for its success.
Well, and I look at the Yankees teams in the late 90s.
Right.
And I look at this Cubs team. There are a lot of similarities.
Right.
You have amazing young talent. You have a payroll that can go as high as you want it to go. It's pretty good to be a Chicago Cub right now.
No doubt about it. Was Brian Cashman ever called the greatest leader in the world? I don't think he ever was labeled like
so.
Theo
finished ahead of the Pope on that list.
In Fortune magazine. Take a look at the lineups. We'll bring you the Cubs first. And yes, Kyle Schwarber's going to lead off. He's in left field. Bryant's the MVP. Ben Zobrist is in right field tonight with Jason Hayward in center, which allows, of course, the great second baseman Javier Baez to be in the lineup as well.
Right, so this is all about Joe Maddon and defense. He's going to put Javi Baez in the place where he thinks the most action's going to happen. That's why Baez is at second tonight.
All right, let's go down to Buster, the one of Joe Maddon's shirts. We did not suck. You got a chance to see that. Buster, of course, never does anything like that. He joins us. We do know this. David Ross is on Dancing with the Stars, so John Lester's throwing to somebody else, and he had a hard time throwing to first base. What's that going to be like this year?
Well, and he has a hard time at times controlling his emotions with umpires. For 4 years, when John Lester would snap on the mound, it was David Ross who would go out to the mound, settle him down, negotiate with the umpire, get everything right. But now you've got a young catcher in Wilson Contreras. And it's been interesting because in talking with the Cubs people, they feel like that John Lester, they expect him this year to take more ownership of that relationship with the catcher now that he's got a young guy. And also look for Anthony Rizzo, their first baseman. When there's a situation with the home plate umpire, ball strike calls, it'll be Rizzo who could go to the mound to settle the veteran pitcher, Carl.
Rizzo can do just about anything. And Buster, if Dexter Fowler was a Cub last couple of years, he's now a Cardinal. As for center field tonight, it's going to be Jason Hayward. We'd heard all about Almora out there. So how will Joe Maddon, the magician, work all these guys into the lineup?
Well, the reason why they've got this lineup tonight is he wanted to start the season with the guys who finished the World Series for the Cubs last year. And Jason Hayward in center field, obviously entering a big year. He made changes with his swing. I've talked to scouts. They say that he looks a little better, but let's face it, we won't know until the adrenaline of games is added. I had a scout tell me he probably is at the top of the list of those guys in baseball who need to get off to a good start to build his confidence.
Now, Mark Melancon didn't need his confidence built, but the Giants needed their closer to come through. He didn't. It would be really nice for the Cubs if Hayward could get some hits.
Yeah, but he's just an added bonus. I mean, think about Jason Hayward coming in, $184 million deal. Right. You come in for your defense, and we want you to add some offense. He didn't give him much offensively last year, and they still were the best team in baseball. If he can bring some offense, watch out.
Right, and he's in center field tonight. And on days, say, when John Lackey pitches and they know a lot of balls are going to be in the air, that's when Almora, who's the best defensive center fielder, those are the days that he likely will pay, and Hayward will move back to right field.
Think about what you said, though. How many teams can have a $184 million commitment and say, if we get offense, it's an added bonus?
Embarrassment of riches in Chicago right now.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And, of course, we saw all that youth. To your point about your dynasty, when you guys won it in 09 in 2010, you actually did feel like you physically got older. They just got more mature in a lot of ways, not necessarily. You're only 24, 25.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are looking around the clubhouse and saying, you know what, we're better than last year, guys. It's not we're going to try to hold on for one more year of magic.
Right.
They're saying, hey, guys, one game at a time, but we can do this again.
Take a look at that St. Louis Cardinal lineup. The Cardinals missed the playoffs last year. Very unfamiliar, uncharted territory for them. They hope to get back there. You can start at the bottom because if they are, Carlos Martinez is going to have to pitch really well. But we'll go to the top, and that's where Dexter Fowler is. He signed a big deal to move from Chicago and play here. Middle of that lineup, Matt Carpenter, Johnny Peralta bats cleanup. Yadier Molina, if you did not hear, did agree to a contract extension, 3 years and $60 million. And for more on why that all happened and how it all happened, let's go back to Buster.
Carl, in that press conference today, when the Cardinals announced that new deal for Molina, he was asked about how much longer he's going to play, and he looked at John Mozeliak, the Cardinals general manager, and said, how long is the deal? And Mozeliak held up 4 fingers. He goes, 4 more years, that'll be enough. Guys, this deal reminds me a lot of the deal that the Yankees gave Derek Jeter, multi-year deal toward the end of his career, because he's worth more, just as Jeter was worth more to the Yankees, Molina is worth more to the Cardinals than any other team. If he'd been a free agent, would another team have given him 3 for $60? Probably not, but this guy is an iconic Cardinal, and the Cardinals executives talked about that today, how great it is. It looks like he's going to finish his career with this team.
And at the very least, an enthusiastic and still very productive Cardinal at 34 years old. This will take him through his 37-year-old season. Dexter Fowler, we talked about him and the fact that he has left Chicago and come to St. Louis. What has the impact been from him and on him?
The first conversation that John Mozeliak, the Cardinals GM, had with him, he said to him that, look, they're getting him not only for his offense, but also to help in the clubhouse. And Mike Matheny acknowledged that when we met with him today. He talked about how on the first day of camp, the Cardinals are stretching, and Fowler yelled out, hey, we need some music out here. So Matheny is talking to Fowler. Fowler gradually, I think, changing some things in that clubhouse, and the Cardinals believe it's for the better, Carl.
All right, Buster, thank you. Buster will, of course, be part of our Sunday night telecast. Is there a thought you have on the Cardinals, given that they are looking at the Cubs, but they believe they're every bit as good?
Tonight they are. You know, with Carlos Martinez on the mound,
right,
tonight they're just as good as the Cubs. But when you look at 2, 3, 4, 5, the starting pitching right now is a little short for the Cardinals. Now, if those guys can get healthy, watch out, because if Waka and the rest of the starting staff,
right,
Wainwright comes back, that's a good starting staff.
And they had a bad defense last year, the Cardinals, which was very unlike them. They really upgraded, and of course, having Yadier Molina for 3 more years really helps. But Dexter Fowler in center field is really going to help that defense. They have to catch it way better than they did last year if they're going to make the playoffs.
They got a 22-year-old stud prospect catcher. Any chance that the Molina signing means we can trade Carson Kelly and somebody else to maybe help out with 2, 3, 4, 5?
I think Mark's right. I think they're short on starting pitching, and if Jose Quintana's out there,
right,
maybe around August the 1st, something happens.
Yeah. And maybe even earlier. I mean, listen, if they're within striking distance in June, and they call the White Sox and say, hey, let's do something here, they might be able to pull the trigger.
All right, something to keep an eye on. Of course, that's some point down the road. We are only on opening night here. And, of course, it's the Cubs and the Cardinals. Aledmus Diaz in the same picture with Jose Fernandez. We all suffered a loss, but perhaps it was felt in a very different and more significant way than Aledmus Diaz felt it. We will hear from him. And Anthony Rizzo, what a journey he has had from being a little leaguer to a superstar in Chicago, and the trials and tribulations along the way. That's ahead, and a conversation with the commissioner. Rob Manfred will join us as we continue on Baseball Tonight.
Hi, I'm Anthony Rizzo.
Hi, I'm Chris Bryant.
Ryan hits a high fly ball. Got a chance. Gone.
Hi, this is Adam Wainwright. Hi, my name is Matt Carpenter.
Hitting the air right field, pretty well struck. And Matt Carpenter will touch them all.
And you're watching.
You are watching. And you're watching. And you are watching Baseball Tonight.
We're at Gertz.
Sorry, I was eating a Milky Way.
DiGiorno?
Do your thing.
Rise to the occasion. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
I believe computers are important in design, but it's the human touch that creates design with a feeling, creating a form that appeals to your heart.
Why are we so passionate about perfecting designs by hand? Because driving matters. Introducing the all-new Mazda CX-5.
When I want a $7.99 large pizza from Pizza Hut, I can order with this, and now from my Pizza Hut Pie Tops.
Now get a large 2-topping pizza for just $7.99. It's the best pizza delivery deal.
Because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you. I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
It's suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you. I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it. Is it suede? It's suede. I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
Remember, here at Ally, nothing stops us from doing right by our customers. Who's with me?
We're like a basketball team here at Ally. If a basketball team had over 7,000 players, our plays are a little unorthodox. But to beat the big boys, you need smarter ways to save people money. We know what you want from a financial company, and we'll stop at nothing to make sure you get it. And we mean nothing.
Who's got your back, huh? Me. I'll keep that in mind.
Better Call Saul. Season premiere Monday, April 10th, only on AMC.
It's okay.
Inconsciente, a été transportée à l'hôpital.
Aí, Pedro, preciso de você na caixa, Davi, ajuda ele.
对，你先把这弄上，对。
Baseball Tonight, Sunday Night Countdown, is presented by Booking.com, Booking.yeah, and in part by Ally. Do it right.
We are back on Baseball Tonight. Earlier today, Evan Longoria down the line and over the wall, barely over the wall. This was reminiscent of that home run that allowed the Rays to win a few years ago. You remember that one?
Oh, I remember that a little bit.
That one. The Rays beat the Yankees. Masahiro Tanaka struggled in that game. Madison Bumgarner hit 2 home runs today. He's now hit 2 home runs in his career off both Zach Greinke and Clayton Kershaw. Tim, only 2 others can say that.
Joey Votto and Carlos Gonzalez. And they both have 200 homers. He's a pitcher.
Sick game. The Giants blew it, though, and Mark Melancon gave up a couple of runs to the Diamondbacks. So here are some of the other numbers on Bumgarner. 2 in an opening day game. No one's ever done that. He's got most by a pitcher in Giants history. And he's the first Giant with 2 on opening day since Bonds in 1992. He's pretty good. Can we get him in a home run derby? I know who we can ask now. Now I know the question. Rob Manfred, the commissioner, joins us. Can we get Bumgarner in the home run derby?
Can I tell you, we tried last year. We worked on it a little bit. You know, the idea of a pitcher out there in that format makes the teams a little nervous, but it would be an exciting thing for the fans, I have to say.
Great. Yeah. Maybe even like 1 round. Talk to your guy, Tony Petitti. Maybe pitchers for 1 round.
See, once you said that, he'll be at home tonight trying to figure out how it works, right?
You know, Mark, of course, played for Atlanta. He played for the Angels, the Rangers, the Yankees. He was commenting he hasn't seen anything quite like this. What do you compare this to, if anything?
You know, it is almost unique. It's like the atmosphere in Wrigleyville during the World Series. I drove in here, and I'm staying in a hotel that looks out on the little plaza there just to see a red. I kind of got captivated just watching all these people excited about the game.
7 hours before the game.
Right.
They were out there. So that was, the parting of the Red Sea when the commissioner comes through. Cardinal red here.
Right.
Any idea on your plate here? Because we've talked all off season. Now the season has begun. Are you in wait and see watch mode, or are there things you want to execute with regards to whether it be pace of play, replay, anything?
Well, look, we're focused on the replay changes. Whenever you put in a time limit, the 30-second limit for the manager to challenge, and the 2 minutes in the room, you got to manage that change. We've seen it with other rule changes, but I met with the umpiring crew here downstairs today. They seem like they're on board, ready to go, and on board with the goal, which is the most important thing.
I'd love to see it be 5 seconds. We don't want to review the replay. We want to review the call right away. Make the call.
Well, look, there are important decisions that have to be made. People want to have as much information as possible, and you got to balance that against the need to move the game along.
Good to see you very much.
Great to see you, Carl, and you too, Mark.
Thanks, Rob. Rob. Thank you.
Thinking about doing the routine first, you know, I try to make it as easy as I can. I had a plan to make a flashy play before I was making the routine plays. And I started doing it backward. I started doing the routine plays first and then the flashy play after, and that really helped me a lot.
All right, Rob, have a great night.
All right. Javier Baez, so good. And we've seen his ability to catch, throw. They put him anywhere because he never makes a mistake, including that play where he doesn't even realize he did it in the World Baseball Classic. He's about as good as it comes with the glove. And earlier today, I had a chance to play catch with Javier Baez. All right, Javi, you have a Major League Baseball tattoo on your body. You put it on when you were 16. Why did you do that?
Well, okay, so I wanted to get one, and I didn't know what to get. It was either gonna be my mom or my dad name, and like my brothers came with the idea to all three get the same tattoos, and he came with the logo, and my mom was so mad about it. I was like, okay, if we all three get them, she won't be mad to all three of us. So
was that part of the dream? I'm going to play Major League Baseball?
Yeah. I mean, that was my dream and my brother's dream. So we got it more for the love of the game.
Right. Now do you have a World Series tattoo?
Yeah. Now I got the World Series tattoo. Yeah.
When did you put that on? Right afterwards?
Yeah. Right the day after we won.
Right.
I had it.
WBC, famous. You go down, you make the tag, you're pointing to Yadier Molina. Do you have to see the ball go in your glove, or can you do it without?
You know, I don't have to, but it's something that you don't want to get used to.
Right.
I didn't realize I did it till after the game.
You did not?
I didn't. Like I got out of the game and like I had so many messages from the video doing it, and I was like, oh wow, I didn't know I did it.
We saw this last year. How much of your defensive play is just reaction rather than thinking too much about it?
It is. When I was in high school, I was always tracking the ball where it hits in the bat, in the barrel, or like if you get jammed or up the end. Right. And I got used to that playing center field. Right. So now that I moved to the infield, I see it like a lot better. That's why it's like more reaction to me.
You ready to win another World Series?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. You know, just trying to stay healthy this year and, you know, do the simple things.
Right. Thank you very much.
You got it.
Good man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you, man.
Good to be with you. Shocking development. He didn't drop any. There's John Lester. He, of course, is going to take the mound tonight for the Chicago Cubs. He'll be throwing not to David Ross, because Ross decided to do something more important, like go dance. That's happening. He will join us. That's happening. That's happening.
Oh, my goodness.
He will join us after the break as we remind everybody, you're watching baseball tonight. We are live in St. Louis, and it's presented by Booking.com. That could have been you.
DiGiorno?
Do your thing.
Rise to the occasion. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
It's about time they gave left and right Twix their own packs. They got about as much in common as you a mortician and me an undertaker.
Or you a janitor and me a custodian.
Or you a ghost and me a spirit.
New left and right Twix packs. It's time to decide.
What's more irresistible than getting a large mouth-watering Pizza Hut pizza with 2 of your favorite toppings for just $7.99? Having it delivered right to your door. Enjoy the best $7.99 large pizza delivery deal when you order online, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Dear Predictable, there's no other way to say this. It's over. I found a permanent escape from monotony. Together, we are perfectly balanced. Our senses awake. Our hearts racing as one. I know this is sudden, but they say if you love something, set it free. See you around, Julia.
Any guy can catch a ride, but only you can take her on a journey. You got something. Own it and smell great with new Axe U, a unique masculine fragrance.
Remember, here at Ally, nothing stops us from doing right by our customers. Who's with me?
We're like a basketball team here at Ally. If a basketball team had over 7,000 players, our plays are a little unorthodox. But to beat the big boys, you need smarter ways to save people money. We know what you want from a financial company, and we'll stop at nothing to make sure you get it. And we mean nothing.
This opening day, cities are gearing up.
rivalries resume. It's an all-out battle to see who wears it best.
Tell a friend and tell somebody. We about to start the party.
Whatever cap moves you, however you wear it, it's a brand new season, and everyone's in first. This opening day, get your caps on.
I love Chewy.com because it makes shopping for my pets so easy. No more lugging around huge bags of kibble. It comes right to my door. With Chewy.com, I can place an order for food, litter, and treats and get fast, free shipping. Between the kids, work, and the pets, life gets pretty busy. But thanks to Chewy, I have extra time for these guys. Chewy really is the best way to shop for your pets.
Save 20% on your favorite brands and get fast, free shipping. Shop online at Chewy.com.
I'm Jillian Michaels, and this is the all-new incline trainer from Nordic Track, a revolutionary treadmill that brings a personal coach into your home.
Go a little bit further.
It's like having a boutique fitness club in my home.
The coach controls my incline trainer live during the workout.
All the time I'm feeling my treadmill declining, inclining automatically.
This is how you burn 5 times more calories, and all you're doing is walking. The motivation you need for the results you want with the best trainers on earth. Only at NordicTrack.com.
Como te digo, yo quiero, a mí me gusta no parecerme a él, sino ser semejante a él, ser como el espejo de él, no con mecánica, no con haciendo lo que él hacía en un montículo, sino haciendo el trabajo que él hacía o mucho mejor del trabajo que él hacía. Yo creo que me asemejo a él.
There is a great deal of respect amongst the pitchers here, and of course, Yadier Molina, who we talked about earlier with Buster signing that 3-year extension on top of the one he had left, so he'll go through his 37-year-old season, and he was a better hitter in the second half last year than perhaps he has been in a long time. We just had the commissioner, Rob Manfred, here. You know, at Augusta, they have the green jacket. Here in Cardinal, they have the Cardinal red jacket. You're looking at Joe Torre, and Ozzie Smith is out there, Jim Edmonds is out there, all the great Cardinals that are, Bob Gibson's out there.
Right, and someday Yadier Molina will be out there, and the history and the history in this franchise is unlike very, very few in baseball history.
Right. One of the things we want to get into now, and we will do so every weekend, is an aspect of the game that can help the viewer at home understand what's going on. Statcast, powered by AWS, talks about barreling up the bat. And the guy who is on the mound tonight, Carlos Martinez, one of the best at avoiding the barrel of the bat. You, as a hitter, make sure you want to square it up. He doesn't allow that to happen.
Well, think about it. When you are a hitter, the only thing that you can control is hitting the ball hard, trying to square it up, and then maybe good things will happen. If you can't square it up, guess what? Not a lot of good things are going to happen here.
Amongst the best, it's that late movement. What causes you not to be able to barrel up a ball?
Yeah, late movement. You know, a guy that you really can't pick up the ball. You know, it's hiding the ball behind you. Right. You know, maybe the angle that he throws, and then really spotting it up. If you hit the corners, you're not going to barrel up those balls as much.
Clayton Kershaw amongst the best at that as well. Bumgarner very good at that. As far as Martinez, that 4% batted ball on the square of the bat, that's 4th in baseball. David Ross knows a thing or two about having your pitchers avoid the barrel of the bat. He joins us now. As part of Dancing with the Stars, he will be part of the Baseball Tonight team. Welcome again, and welcome back to joining us, and we look forward to seeing you, but not for a while. We'd like to see you go deep in this competition. You went really deep last year as a World Series winner. Tell me about what it's like on opening day to be there, getting ready to put on dancing shoes versus some spikes.
I'm missing it, man. I turned on my TV this morning, watching the Tampa Bay game. Was really excited. Just missing you guys, missing that atmosphere. It sounds amazing there. You guys are, I can feel, full of energy, and so I'm here prepping for tomorrow night. So it's a little bit more boring here than it is there.
Rossi, tell me what it feels like, catch 9 innings or dance a full bust a move. I mean, how's your body feel after bust a move?
Well, the practice all week's a lot longer than the 9 innings. We got about 4 or 5 hours of practice every day all week, and then it's just an adrenaline rush when you get out there on the stage. So, like the first inning of a game, when you get out there and the crowd goes crazy, is kind of the only adrenaline rush you get during the game until it's over. So it's about a minute and 15 minutes. 15 seconds of dancing, whereas 9 innings is a long time.
What are we watching here?
David, where are you going to watch the game tonight? And what is going to be going through your head when you're watching a game from such a great distance?
Well, I'm leaving here. I just got done with rehearsal. I got to go get a spray tan, make sure I'm locked in for my performance tomorrow night.
Spray tan.
And then I'm gonna hit up a restaurant and watch it on TV and grab some food and just relax and just enjoy it.
All right, Monday night, 8 Eastern time. We look forward to spending a lot of time with David Ross, who is our newest member of the Baseball Tonight family, and of course, a World Series champion. Thank you, David. Good luck, my friend.
Thanks for having me, guys. See y'all soon.
I mean,
Did I hear spray tan?
Yeah, spray tan.
Only David Ross can get away with a spray tan.
Caps on, boys and girls. Tomorrow, opening day, with a hashtag Caps on. Major League Baseball invites you to wear the hat of your team. Some of those things we just saw, tough to take. Stay with us. We are counting down towards first pitch. Cubs and the Cardinals. You're watching Baseball Tonight, presented by Booking.com.
DiGiorno?
Do your thing.
Rise to the occasion. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
I believe computers are important in design, but it's the human touch that creates design with a feeling, creating a form that appeals to your heart.
Why are we so passionate about perfecting designs by hand? Because driving matters. Introducing the all-new Mazda CX-5.
Hi, I'm Frank. I take Movantik for OIC, opioid-induced constipation. Had a bad back injury. My doctor prescribed opioids, which helped with the chronic pain, but backed me up. Big time. Tried prunes, laxatives, still constipated. Had to talk to my doctor. She said, "How long you been holding this in?" That was my Movantik moment. My doctor told me that Movantik is specifically designed for OIC and can help you go more often. Don't take Movantik if you have a bowel blockage or a history of them. Movantik may cause serious side effects, including symptoms of opioid withdrawal, severe stomach pain and/or diarrhea, and tears in the stomach or intestine. Tell your doctor about any side effects and about medicines you take. Movantik may interact with them, causing side effects. Why hold it in? Have your Movantik moment. Talk to your doctor about opioid-induced constipation. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
When I want a $7.99 large pizza from Pizza Hut, I can order with this, and now from my Pizza Hut Pod Tops.
Now get a large 2-topping pizza for just $7.99. It's the best pizza delivery deal.
Because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Remember, here at Ally, nothing stops us from doing right by our customers. Who's with me?
We're like a basketball team here at Ally. If a basketball team had over 7,000 players, our plays are a little unorthodox. But to beat the big boys, you need smarter ways to save people money. We know what you want from a financial company, and we'll stop at nothing to make sure you get it. And we mean nothing.
This season on baseball, Mike Trout heads to work. Clayton Kershaw's pitching mad. And Giancarlo Stanton contemplates the 600-foot home run. It looks like Mookie's feeling good. And so are these guys. This season, it's loose, but not too loose. Because everyone is after it. That's this season on baseball.
Put me next to her.
What size do you need?
Oh, I got my own shoes. I'm just here for a trophy. Wife.
You know why you're gonna date me? I do. Because I'm a winner.
I've already met my winner on FarmersOnly.com.
You don't have to be lonely at FarmersOnly.com.
So that's the third time I for a year to see if it would make it better.
We're back on Baseball Tonight. The Mississippi River, it borders the Arch, and of course about 200 yards away is Busch Stadium as we set our countdown clock at 22 minutes and 13 seconds. Sadly, this offseason, time ran out on two of the game's great young stars. Yordano Ventura in a car accident that claimed his life, the Kansas City Royals star pitcher, and then later a boat accident which claimed the life of Jose Fernandez and two others, a boat that Jose Fernandez was driving. Not only did the Marlins and the Royals lose family members, but the entire sport did as well, and they are continuing to be in mourning. At Ledmus Diaz earlier, you saw a picture of him with Jose. They've known each other since they were just children. This offseason, Eduardo Perez had a chance to talk with Diaz about the difficulties in dealing with Fernandez's passing.
Delfín y yo desde niños, ¿sabes? Crecimos juntos en el mismo barrio, haciendo locuras desde pequeño, tirándole piedras a las casas. No sé, ¿sabes? Es una cosa... ¿sabes? Bien, creo que los amigos de la infancia son amigos para toda la vida, ¿no? No importa dónde estén o con la frecuencia que nos hablamos, ¿no?
The 1-2 out pitch, swing and a miss. Jose Fernandez with his 14th strikeout, and what a show of emotion. Jose on his way back to the dugout.
La última vez que lo vi tenía 14 años, 15 años en Cuba, y después lo vi aquí en Estados Unidos, era una estrella con los Marlins ya, y la misma persona, ¿sabes? No había cambiado nada. Era alguien que disfrutaba del juego, disfrutaba la vida. Simplemente apreciaba las cosas que este país nos brinda a nosotros los cubanos, ¿no? Cuando llegamos aquí. Él era un niño. Creo que eso fue lo más bonito que, tú sabes, que me llevo de él, que él no cambió nunca. Pese a ser una estrella en las grandes ligas, fue la misma persona y lo voy a recordar siempre como el niño que jugábamos en el barrio en Santa Clara, ¿no? Esa sonrisa y cómo disfrutaba el juego de béisbol.
I have some breaking news. This is just in, and it's very sad news. ESPN's Buster Olney is confirming multiple reports that Miami Marlins pitcher Jose Fernandez was killed in a boating accident in the early hours this morning.
Nosotros estábamos jugando en Chicago y yo me levanto, ¿sabes? Habíamos jugado el día anterior en la noche y cuando me levanto tengo como 50 mensajes en el teléfono. Y tú sabes, de un amigo mío me manda un mensaje, me dijo, lo siento por tu pérdida, por la de tu amigo. Entonces yo no, tú sabes, estaba despertándome, no sabía qué había pasado. Entonces llamé a mi mamá y entonces, ¿sabes? Me dio la noticia de lo que había pasado y imagínate cómo me sentí, increíble, tú sabes. Lo primero que me vino a la mente fue su abuela y su mamá, todas las cosas que ellas hicieron porque, tú sabes, de fin llegar aquí a los Estados Unidos y cumplir su sueño que era jugar en las grandes ligas y vivir en este gran país.
First game back for Diaz after the memorial service for his friend Jose Fernandez. And now back in uniform tonight.
Quería hacer algo grande ese día. Muchas veces, tú sabes, uno busca tener la posibilidad de cambiar el juego, ¿no? Muchas veces, cada día. Pero creo que ese día yo, ¿sabes? Lo comentaba con Peña, mi compañero el año pasado, decía que, tú sabes, que ese día tenía que hacer algo diferente.
Bases loaded, one out.
Tenía que, tú sabes, que estaba esperando ese momento y bueno, gracias a Dios todas las cosas se dieron, ¿no? Vine a bater con base llena y, ¿sabes? Sabía que tenía que dar lo mejor de mí.
The 2-1 pitch. Diaz, high drive, left center, it is gone! Adios, pelota! Grand slam!
Tú sabes, yo salgo corriendo siempre fuerte, pero en ese momento yo sabía que iba a hacer algo, ¿no? Y cuando le di a la bola sabía que era jonrón.
The emotion of that moment for Ledmus Diaz. Incredible.
Entonces creo que lo disfruté más que otros jonrones. Es la primera vez que le doy a la bola y me doy el lujo, ¿no? De mirar cuando cae en la grada. Y nada, creo que ese fue un día muy, tú sabes, muy emotivo para su familia también. Después, como días después, su mamá le testigo a mi mamá que muchas gracias por lo que había hecho. Y yo simplemente lo que hice fue rendirle homenaje, ¿no? Con lo que yo podía hacer. Tratar de aminorar ese dolor que sentía su familia, ¿no? Y de una forma u otra le doy gracias a Dios también por darme esa posibilidad.
Had a chance to play catch with Jose Fernandez last year during the game at Fort Bragg. He left an indelible impression during the time that he was on this earth, and as you see from the point there with Ledmus Diaz, he continues to have an impact in death. We'll continue with baseball tonight. We are in St. Louis. The Cubs and the Cardinals, they have announced the reserves. We will get you to the starting lineups. It's baseball, it's the Midwest, and they love it here as much as they do perhaps anywhere else. Baseball tonight, you're watching it now, and it's presented by Booking.com.
When I want a $7.99 large pizza from Pizza Hut, I can order with this, and now from my Pizza Hut Pod Tops.
Now get a large 2-topping pizza for just $7.99. It's the best pizza delivery deal.
Because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
DiGiorno?
Do your thing.
Rise to the occasion. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
He's got the cash, he's got a condo, he's got a car, he's got a career. But that still doesn't mean he gets you. Time to shine. Orbit.
Hurry into Lowe's today for huge Spring Black Friday deals across the entire store. Like 5 bags of premium mulch for only $10. Plus, get free Stay Green Lawn Starter Fertilizer with purchase of select Pennington Smart Seed. Get started with the season's best savings. Start with Lowe's.
Remember, here at Ally, nothing stops us from doing right by our customers. Who's with me?
We're like a basketball team here at Ally. If a basketball team had over 7,000 players, our plays are a little unorthodox. But to beat the big boys, you need smarter ways to save people money. We know what you want from a financial company, and we'll stop at nothing to make sure you get it. And we mean nothing.
This opening day, cities are gearing up. Rivalries resume. It's an all-out battle to see who wears it best.
Tell a friend and tell somebody. We about to start the party.
Whatever cap moves you, however you wear it, it's a brand new season, and everyone's in first. This opening day, get your caps on.
Baseball Tonight, Sunday Night Countdown, is presented by Booking.com, Booking.yeah, and in part by Ally. Do it right.
Busch Stadium, they're coming out of trucks right now, and they're hearing their names announced.
In the bullpen, warming up the starting pitcher, catcher, Javier Molina. Number 55, right fielder, Stephen Piscotty. Number 3, second baseman, Jed Jerko. Number 15, left fielder, Randall Grichuk. And tonight's starting pitcher, warming up in the bullpen, number 18, Carlos Martinez. And how about a round of applause for our 4 dealers and the drivers for providing these great vehicles tonight for our ceremony. And please welcome from the home dugout, the Cardinals trainers and staff.
Randall Grichuk, the last to be announced. Tough to be Stephen Piscotty after Yadier Molina's name was announced. Our ears are buzzing because of that. But more importantly now, the lineup construction. You have Dexter Fowler at the top. So Mark Teixeira, what impact does that have?
A leadoff hitter is so important for a team. I mean, the pitcher, goes on the mound and he sees a guy like Dexter Fowler that can beat you in a lot of different ways. That's dynamic. I mean, both of these managers see how important the leadoff hitter is. You see what Joe Madden's doing, You see Dexter Fowler at the #1 hole. He's a big addition for this team.
And with Fowler in center, instead of having Grichuk in left field one day and center field the next day, it looks like they have their outfield relatively set because Dexter Fowler takes care of the most important spot in center field.
There's a lot of talk about what Mike Matheny would do when it came to Colton Wong. Colton Wong was pretty vocal about getting a contract and wanting to basically be in the lineup every day. You were a switch hitter, but a lefty against Lester, and he has really struggled against lefties. He's not in the starting lineup.
Listen, the numbers don't lie. And, over a long season, Colton Wong might not be the guy to be playing every single day. That's just the fact of the matter. Matheny's out there putting his best lineup forward. He doesn't care what the contracts are. He doesn't care what anybody else says. He's putting the best team out there for that night, and tonight it's not Wong.
Jen Jerko hit 20 home runs last year, and this is where teams are going now. We don't have to have 9 everyday players. We're going to find the best production at that position for tonight, and tonight they have someone other than Wong at second base.
And listen, when you're platooning guys, you're actually resting them for later in the season. We talk about injuries. Injuries are such a huge part of baseball. Why not rest guys? Why not platoon guys more? Yeah, you might be upset that you're not playing every day, but it's better for the team.
All right, let's hear the lineup for the World Series champion Cubs be introduced here in St. Louis. You will not get the same level of applause.
Probably not.
Batting second, playing third base, Chris Bryant. Batting third, playing first, Anthony Rizzo. Batting fourth, playing right field, Ben Zobrist. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, Addison Russell. Batting sixth, playing center field, Jason Hayward. Batting seventh and catching, Wilson Contreras. Batting eighth and pitching, John Lester. Batting ninth and playing second, Javier Baez. Ladies and gentlemen, your Chicago Cubs.
We'll do a segment later in this.
Presenting the flag in the batter's eye and our national colors in center field are soldiers from Fort Leonard Wood. Fort Leonard Wood trains more than 80,000 soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines each year. And no matter where they are around the world, America's soldiers display courage, commitment, and character. Just a couple of short weeks ago, St. Louis and the rest of the world lost a legend, Chuck Berry. Known around the world as the father of rock and roll. He was the first person inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and is also a member of the St. Louis Walk of Fame. We ask that you observe a moment of silence for rock and roll legend, Chuck Berry. Performing tonight's national anthem as a tribute to her father, the daughter of the rock and roll legend, who most recently accompanied her father on their new album release, Chuck. Please welcome Ingrid Berry.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we march were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in the air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ingrid Berry.
Coverage of our national anthem sung so beautifully by Ingrid Berry, Chuck Berry's daughter, presented by USAA. All right, about 3.5 minutes to go here, and you see the Chicago Cubs only 3 times as a National League team repeated as World Series winners. The Cubs did it back in 1907 and 8. The New York Giants did it, and of course the Big Red Machine did it. This team is poised to do it, right?
Absolutely. I mean, this team is built for a long future, for a prosperous future. Theo Epstein, I don't think he gets enough credit. If that's even possible, I don't think he gets enough credit, because when he took over, he told the ownership, wait a couple years. Let me do this, let me do that, let me build up my minor leagues, and then give me some money to go get some free agents, and that's what he's done.
The world's greatest leader. That's a lot of credit.
It's not a bad title.
What a great day it's been so far. That game in Arizona was just tremendous. We got history with Madison Bumgarner. Now we get the world champion Cubs here in St. Louis. I'm not sure you can do opening day better than they do it here.
We just saw John Lester. Challenges to face John Lester. What are they as a hitter?
John Lester is one of the biggest competitors in Major League Baseball. I didn't like facing him because he was better than me, and I knew it. And these guys that are facing John Lester know that he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. He rises to the occasion. Look at his postseason numbers.
Right.
This guy rises to the occasion. I would not be surprised if Lester came out and dominated tonight.
I'm not looking for a list, but how many people do you think you would say that about, that you felt they were better than you?
There's a handful of guys that I faced, and I knew that the chances were it was going to be a tough night. Lester was one of them. I remember when I faced Mariano Rivera, he'd come out in the 9th inning, I just said, oh no. I don't want to have to face this guy.
Not gonna go well.
Lester was so tough on me.
When you think about what the Cardinals did, they didn't make the playoffs last year, Tim. Have they done enough here? And you got Carlos Martinez on the mound to get back into the competitive mode with the Cubs?
Right, and again, the Cardinals, this is the perfect opening night for them because the Cubs are here. And Mark's right. The whole pregame was about showing the Cubs and everybody else.
Right.
We got 11 of these things.
Right.
We know how to win world titles, and they did a lot of work in the offseason to make this club better. Again, starting with the defense, and they're not about to go a few years in a row without making the playoffs. That is not the Cardinal way.
There is a sense of urgency here in St. Louis. You can feel it. You can feel it in the ballpark. Like we talked about the fans being here so early. You bring out the Hall of Famers. You bring out all the World Series trophies. They want to send a message to the Cubs that we're going to be back.
And I think they know. Guys like Adam Wainwright know that the national narrative has changed dramatically. It's not the lovable losers anymore. They wouldn't mind putting them back into that category, but they also know, like, this is a Cubs world in a lot of ways.
It's a little bit when the Red Sox started winning again.
Right.
I mean, the Yankees, they were always the dominant franchise, and the Red Sox could never get over the hump.
Right.
Once the Red Sox started winning, the Yankees had to figure out, okay, what is our mind game to get back at them, because we know that they're coming.
Right. And this is all about the fans tonight, too. Just look around at this ballpark. Another reminder that here in St. Louis, the relationship with the Cardinals is not just important, it's intimate here. And that separates it from a lot of other places.
I want to say congratulations to Don Staley and South Carolina. They win the women's basketball championship. For more coverage on that, we invite everybody to stay right here. First pitch coming up, Cubs and Cardinals on ESPN with Dan, Jess, and Aaron. And a reminder, too, we heard the Cubs be introduced. The crowd was mum. Next Monday night, we'll be in Chicago for the Cubs home opener. Wait till you hear the opening lineup be announced and the roars you hear from Wrigley and the Cubs faithful. That's next Monday night. But tonight, it's the Cubs and the Cardinals. For Tim Kirkshin